When people ask my husband and I how we met, we often look at each other and smile because we can't decide if we should tell the basic story, we met at BYU, if we should tell the funny part of the story, I dated his brother, or if we should tell the heartbreaking story where it was actually 2 years. We started dating. He broke my heart a couple times until he realized that he loved me when I was on the other side of the world doing a study abroad program. So, in a nutshell, I was at Rick's College and I transferred to BYU in the middle of the semester of my sophomore year. I met my husband. I had a huge crush on him right away, and I was hoping he had a crush back, but it didn't seem like it. I was like the super outgoing, and he was pretty reserved and apprehensive. I was kind of seeing him as not asking me out, as okay, he's not interested, he just wants to be friends with me. And so we went home for the summer and we came back to the same apartment complex, which was Canyon Terrace. It's now Campus Edge. And I was hoping he would ask me out because we had emailed back and forth over the summer and we were both living in the same places with some of the same roommates. But when we got back, he didn't ask me out and I was totally bummed. And I was thinking, well, I guess he just likes me as a friend. But then his brother asked me out, who was his roommate. And we actually dated for a couple of weeks until we're like, okay, we're not meant to be dating couple. We're just friends. And so it allowed me to be better friends with my husband. And since, we were off limits to each other at that point. And then we were friends, we kind of started dating, and then he got a little nervous and backed off, and I was hopelessly in love with him. So then I went to Jerusalem for a study abroad, and the night before I left, I wrote him a letter and I said, I love you. I hope you find someone wonderful someday. I'm grateful for your friendship. And I sent him off with this letter, and then he wrote back literally just hours before I took off to fly to the other side of the world and said, wait, I love you too. And I was like, what? So then I was gone for 7 weeks over spring term, and then there was a little bit of back and forth, then a little bit of apprehension and hesitation, and I said, fine, I can't even deal with this anymore. And it was his brother that convinced me. He said, Kristen, give him one last chance. I mean, he was so sweet. He really just wanted to be right with God. He wanted to have a spiritual confirmation that we were supposed to get married. And really, the devil was thwarting him because we've had a really great 21-year marriage. So long story short, and I actually wrote 30 chapters on my website. If you Google Kristen Duke Love Story, you can read all of the nitty-gritty details. But we ended up, almost 2 years to when we met, we ended up getting married in the Manti Temple. 4 wonderful kids later, it's been great.